Washington state is known for its misty forests, volcanic peaks, and the restless gray skies of the Pacific Northwest. But beneath its natural beauty lies something darker, a history soaked in tragedy, violence, and unexplained phenomena. Tonight, we journey into the 5 most haunted locations in Washington, all based on true, documented incidents. Place 1, Beer Emoji, the Oxford Saloon, Snohomish, Washington. Built in 1890, the Oxford Saloon in Snohomish began its life as a humble dry goods store. But once it transformed into a saloon and bordello in the early 1900s, death became its most loyal customer. Over the years, the Oxford became the scene of intense violence, particularly in the basement card room, the bar, and the men's gambling area. In total, 10 people met their end within these walls. Oxford Saloon, Snohomish. One of the most well-documented killings was that of a policeman named Henry. He was a regular at the Oxford and may have moonlighted as a bouncer. One night, a fight broke out, and when Henry stepped in to stop it, he was knifed, and died in the chaos. King5.com. Upstairs, a woman named Madame Kathleen ran a high-end bordello. One day, her body was discovered decapitated in a clawfoot bathtub on the 2nd floor. To this day, no one was ever convicted of her murder. The bathtub still sits in the exact same spot. The Paranormalist. Then there was Amelia, one of Kathleen's girls, who was found dead in room number 6, curled up in a closet with a broken neck. During a paranormal investigation in 2019, audio recordings from a spirit box seemed to capture voices saying she was pushed down the stairs and placed in the closet to make it look like suicide. Snohomish Talk Today, staff report never truly feeling alone. Chairs move on their own. Disembodied voices echo through the corridors. And Henry. He still walks the staircase where he took his last breath. Place 2, Hotel Emoji, Hotel Sorrento, Seattle, Washington. In the heart of Seattle stands the Hotel Sorrento, one of the oldest and most elegant hotels in the city, built in 1909. But elegance, it turns out, is no barrier to the supernatural. Guests and staff have reported the presence of Alice B. Toklas, a famous literary figure, who is said to haunt the 4th floor, specifically, the corner suite of room 408. Those who enter don't describe a terrifying encounter, but rather a deeply unsettling sinking feeling, as though someone unseen is in the room with them. Others report hearing the soft sound of a piano playing from down the hallway, or a woman humming, with no one in sight. The Mandages. Mysterious occurrences, including moving objects and ghostly apparitions, have been documented throughout the hotel by both guests and staff over many decades. Explorers use some guests have checked out early. Others have returned, hoping to encounter her again. In the fireside room, by the green-tiled fireplace, visitors still report the unmistakable sensation of a presence sitting beside them. Place 3, Cityscape Emoji, Tacoma's Old City Hall, Tacoma, Washington. Rising above the streets of Tacoma, the Old City Hall is a grand Victorian structure, and one of the most persistently haunted buildings in Washington. Reports of hauntings here stretch back to the mid-1970s. According to local town records, police were called to the building on multiple occasions beginning in 1974 to investigate a series of disturbing incidents, lights switching on and off by themselves, and unexplained noises echoing through the empty halls. Each time officers arrived, there was no sign of forced entry. No intruder. No explanation. Haunted Rooms America. Decades of witnesses have reported shadowy figures on the staircases, the sound of footsteps in rooms with no one in them, and fire alarms triggering in the dead of night for no apparent cause. The building has resisted every rational explanation thrown at it, and the activity has never stopped. Place 4, European Castle Emoji, Manresa Castle, Port Townsend, Washington. Port Townsend is widely considered one of the most haunted towns in all of America, with over 25 documented haunted locations across its Victorian streets. At the center of it all looms Manresa Castle. Of all the rooms in the castle, 2 stand out for the sheer volume of paranormal reports, rooms 306 and 302. According to legend, in room 306, a young woman named Kate threw herself from the bedroom window after receiving news of her lover's death. Why haunted houses? Since that night, guests staying in room 306 have reported doors opening by themselves, objects displaced overnight, and the sensation of being watched from the window. Cold spots appear without explanation. Some guests wake in the early hours to the sound of weeping, only to find the corridor entirely empty. Manresa Castle doesn't hide its past. It carries it, through every creak of its floorboards, and every chill that moves through its ancient rooms. Place 5 Washington State Penitentiary, Walla Walla, Washington. For those who believe the dead do not rest easy in places of suffering, the Washington State Penitentiary in Walla Walla is proof. Operational since the 19th century, this formidable prison's guided tours delve into a grim past filled with notorious inmates and reports of restless spirits. Walking through the cold stone cell blocks and the solitary confinement areas, visitors and correctional officers alike have shared accounts of unexplained noises and apparitions, experiences that have been documented by witnesses over many years. Famplified guards who have worked the night shift describe hearing voices from empty cells. Visitors on tours report being touched by unseen hands in solitary confinement corridors. The weight of suffering within these walls is palpable, and according to those who walk them, the souls of those who died here have never truly left. Some prisons hold criminals. This one, it seems, holds something far harder to contain. Washington State, a land of breathtaking beauty, ancient forests, and restless spirits. Whether you are a believer or a skeptic, one thing is certain: the past here does not stay buried. The dead have stories to tell. The only question is, are you brave enough to listen? If this sent a chill down your spine, you already know the answer. I'm your host, and you've been watching Remnant, where the forgotten past never truly dies. If the shadows called to you today, hit subscribe, turn on notifications, and join us next time. Because on Remnant, the stories are always real, and the darkness is always waiting. Until next time, stay curious, stay brave, and remember, some doors, once opened, can never be closed.